this superb last 16 of the Grand Slam. 11 of them have played in World Championship finals, 11 have won a major title, and these two both world champions in their own right. BDO world champ Scott Waits against another former Lakeside winner, Mark Webster. Have your say. How do you think the match is going to go? At Sky Sports Darts, the place to be. Nigel Pearson joined by another former world champ, John Park. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Dave. It's great to be back here. Love the atmosphere here in Wolverhampton. It's so exciting because you get through those group stages and you get a relaxation level and you feel almost like, well, you've done your job, but of course you haven't. It's just the beginning again.
And you've always enjoyed playing in this tournament, John. You've got a pretty decent record in the Grand Slam and always relish the prospect of playing on the Civic Hall stage here. Yeah, it's you know, interesting because you have the extra players and past versus future, and we always have a lot of youthful players. Quite enjoyed watching Richie George this week so far, for example. And you know, it's as a player when you're playing, you still kind of enjoy that stuff. And it's kind of it's a fan's feast. Yeah, it's been a good week so far, but as John says, it's time to start all over again now with the knockout stages, the last 16. It's the BDO World Champion, Scotty Too Hotty Waits from West Yorkshire to get us underway. A former Grand Slam winner, of course, one of only 3 men to have won this title since its inception back in 2007. And Scott Waits with that dramatic comeback over James Wade, we recall, to pull off a spectacular victory here in 2010. Actually lost to Mark Webster in a group game here last year. Mark Webster enjoying a good tournament, had to have a 9-dart shootout to get through, edged out Wes Newton in a 9-dart shootout to come through to the knockout stages.
Yeah, it's hard enough losing because you were in a 3-way tie, but then on a shootout on top of that, that has to be excruciating. I lost a 3-way tie at 2-1 once myself, but not on a shootout. I can't even imagine you know, how Wes must feel.
100. Yeah, it was pretty one-sided 9-dart shootout as well, has to be said. This man hit 272 as opposed to Wes's 199. And a lovely 1040 from Mark Webster.
You know, I think Mark, for me, he's the best, most pleasant surprise how he's performing this week. Really enjoyed watching all his games so far. And I think this is not going to be an exception because we know what Scott can do, and there it is.
Will he be too hotty for Mark Webster tonight? He has a bit of a love affair with the Grand Slam and this Civic Hall venue, Scott Waits. Admitted in the press in the build-up to this competition that as he looks for double 12 for the 1-0 lead, double 6 now, said that this venue brings out the best in him, the crowd, the atmosphere, and we remind you tonight it's first to 10 legs to win through to the quarter-finals. 16 for tops for Webster. Tops the target for a break of throw. 56. Oh, that would have been a handy start for Webster.
Well, yeah, a few missed darts. You say early nerves sometimes. It's not even that sometimes, just getting your focus on the doubles. Double 3 doesn't help you focus very much. So another chance for Webster. Double 10, I think he'll fancy this. He's been very composed all week. Double 5.
Game shown the first leg.
What a start for Mark Webster.
Second leg, Mark the throw.
A lovely way to open up with a break of throw. Scott Waits will be alarmed by that. 4 missed shots and a double for Mark Webster, former BDO world champion, of course, who beat Simon Whitlock in January 2008. Beat Martin Adams in the semi-final on the way to that victory. And of course, live on Sky Sports, partnered Richie Burnett to the World Cup semi-final for Wales. Playing well. And this tournament is the type of tournament that has revived Webster's fortunes. And here comes Scott Waits, second 180 of the night. That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, he's got 2 180s, but 0 doubles. He's got to fix that.
97.
Here he comes again. Man from West Yorkshire. Can't hit the treble very first dart.
100.
But this is a A good leg of darts from Scott Waits. He looking to break back immediately, but yep, good to see Mark Webster back, enjoying playing the game as well.
60.
After having a dip in form for quite a sustained period of time.
A dip in form sometimes isn't necessarily a dip in how you're playing. It's just getting wins and the confidence in the key points in matches. But I have to say, you know, when you do get a few bad results, wow, it does start affecting your overall play.
164.
And he'll be really after this 164 finish. Try to break back. Wanted 2 treble 19s the way he went. He's going to leave some pressure, though.
98. Mark, you require 110.
Well, he went for ball and tops there. Didn't quite work out for him, so
95.
Waits has got a chance here now
Scott, you
for an
require
immediate break back.
66.
Yeah, treble 10, double 18 the normal way. Well, he's gone for bull and double 8. It's a more confident way to go. Double 4 left to make it 1-1.
62.
Has not found the focus on the double
Mark,
ring
you
yet.
require 15.
Here's a chance for Webster now. Double 6. Double 1.
No score.
There's nerves, isn't
Scott, you
there?
require 4.
Nerves are playing a part, and Waits has missed 6 shots on a double, John.
Well, I think he'll be pretty composed for this double 2. Double 1.
Game shown, second leg. Scott Waits.
Sometimes it just takes a little longer into a match to get your focus. I think they both players are comfortable. I wouldn't say nerves are the overriding reason they're missing some doubles.
Well, a couple of 180s under his belt already, but 7 missed shots at a double for Scott Waits early on.
But he was fortunate. He did level the matchup.
96.
So a bit of a let off, and that could get him some confidence.
Wins over Ted Hankey, Michael Smith and Dave Chisnall to get through the group in emphatic style. Can he make it a hat-trick of 180s? It's his first 1040 of the game. No problem with his point-scoring accumulation, but when it goes to the finish, that is something that he'll be looking to improve. He's the man from Denbigh in North Wales, averaging 89.5. In fact, both players very similar in their average. Lovely second dart from Waits.
125.
Well, finally found a treble, but
Scott, you require
won't leave a finish.
141.
So 6 darts for this 1-4-1 to hold his throw. Would like to do it in 3, obviously, but won't happen. In good shape, up 36.
105.
That's probably all he really wanted to do. A 137 would be what Mark would like to get. Treble 19 would do that.
99. Scott, you require 36.
Here comes Waits to take the lead. First time in the game. That's a decent marker. A double 18. This time? No.
Mark, you require 78.
So treble 18. A fat 20. No, a fat
38.
miss.
Scott, you require
The
36.
nerves certainly playing a factor now. You can't argue that. This is just discomfort. Double 9.
No score.
Well,
The dart cannot get out of your hand fast enough when you feel this sort of nerves. And that's how you get darts throwing like that last one.
Game shown, the third leg.
all 3 legs have gone against the throw. Remarkable.
Fourth leg, Mark to
Scott
throw
Waits has
first.
missed 13
Game
shots at a
on.
double. And Mark Webster leads 2-1. First to 10. It's scrappy at the finish.
57. 85.
He's done a good job adjusting after hitting a 5 in that position. Next start straight in the treble 20. The last 2 times he's done that.
90.
He'll take any trouble he can find, and sometimes that's a good attitude to take. Switch your target, fresh, get something fresh in your head, and get some points scored. You don't need 60 every dart. 51 can work just fine.
Webster averaging 86, Waits 85.5.
100.
And just look at the stats where Waits is concerned at the double. 13 missed shots.
46.
And a very pedestrian 33% for Webster. You can win or lose a match with that sort of an average. And he's currently winning this one, but that's no guarantee. So early.
58.
Yeah, under the short format of the group stages, of course, it was first to 5. And now with this being first to 10, then you can allow yourself a bit of a blip
100.
and get yourself back up and running. And in this case, with Scott Waits, he's got to work on his finishing.
$58. Scott, you require 130.
So Waits now. Now he would love to take this out and break back immediately. Treble 20 for the ball. Looking for the setup shot now.
90.
What a great last start that was. Pressure on Webster now.
Well, certainly can't miss a dart. Great start. He stayed there for the double 9, but no luck.
98. Scott, you require 36.
Well, the way he's been going, at double 18, you wonder if he can hit it, but he does like it. Trust us. There it is.
That's more like it from Scott Waits. Levels it up. 2 legs apiece. You have to say, John, that if Scott Waits sorts his finishing out, then could be ominous for Mark. But having said that,
26.
not a lot between them on the 3-dart average, and then just as I speak, the worst visit to the board for Scott Waits of the match.
It's very hard to read at this point of the match. I think Mark's scoring has been very good in this week, and he hasn't really lived up to that yet, and I think he will. So I think we'll see Scott's finishing improve, but we're also going to see Mark's scoring improve.
Had a torrid time in his one and only year in the Premier League campaign. And it was so hard for Mark to take, because it was relentless, as the Premier League can be when you're on a losing run. And probably set him back a while, Mark Webster. But now showing some signs that he's on his way back to his best. Still looking for his first 180 of the night. He's hit 5 in the group stages. 5 180s in 3 games.
The Premier League sure can destroy the confidence. You turn up and lose and lose and lose. It's hard to rationalize, no matter who your opponent is. A treble would leave another finish. So some pressure now for Scott. We always like these 135s, 132s. You start there. Well, we don't like it when that happens. You want a 25 or a 50.
Nice last dart once again from Scott Waits. Treble 19 works a treat now. Lovely start from Webster. Oh, so disappointed in himself there. It was a lovely start. We couldn't quite build on it now. Waits.
Scott, you require
50 he needs to take the lead.
Get the single. Well, just barely for double 16.
Game shown.
And also a good dart.
Scott Waits.
Any dart that's in is good.
Scott Waits off and running then. He leads here by 3 legs to 2 against Mark Webster. First to 10. And we've got more first to 10 legs. So far, Scott Waits has the lead, but it's been a nervy, edgy first 5 legs. John Part alongside me in our commentary box here at Wolves Civic, and Mark Webster off and running and making full use of the break to come out firing with a big 180.
Yeah, well, I know he's capable of this, and I think that, you know, Scott probably is capable of getting more in the long run, but I think he'll be under pressure from Webster
93.
on the 180 front. He's certainly under pressure on the doubles front.
100.
Waits, the winner of this tournament in 2010. He's always done well here.
96.
Absolutely thumped Tony O'Shea in the BDO final in January, dropping only 5 sets throughout the tournament as well. Really was spectacular performance from Scott, who was in the form of his life, to go on and win that title.
Well, he has a lot of good memories in this venue, and that helps you. But he has a lot of bad memories playing against Mark Webster.
102.
That'll help erase a few of those. Went for the 19s, but he's into a treble 7, so 95 left, still 19s wanted. Treble for double, yes. Double 19.
78.
Wasn't by the book, but a good effort.
Scott, you require
This has been a good leg of darts, hasn't it?
132.
Picking up off the break. Some spectacular action. Treble 19 for Bull. Oh, he's hit the treble. Bull now. Well, that would have been a big finish. And Mark Webster is going to step forward for double 19 to hold his throw.
He had his own way. Fooled us all. But you know what? When you like a double, a lot of confidence going in that double 10 for Mark, and rather than fool around on the 19s and get into a bit of a mess and a nervy last start,
96.
he took his tact that made him feel more confident, and it paid off. I think that's a sign of composure. You know, that's I hit on that earlier. He's had good composure this week, Mark.
Absolutely, showing a lot more confidence. And look at Waits here. Oh, he's a 180 machine, all right. That's 4 he's hit now. And we're in the 7th leg of the match. He's hit 4 tonight. He's only hit 3 in the 3 group matches that he won. So he's on form when it comes to the big numbers. But again, it's a finishing 18%. 14 missed shots at a double is the reason why he's only level with Mark Webster here.
Scott, you require 125.
A comfortable attempt at this. If he goes for Bull, he might too, he might not. So, treble 20 for double top. 19s.
87.
No, he's on 38. I don't think he's going to go for 18. He may go for 2 and double 18, though.
Got Webster here now. Just giving Scott Waits a little something to think about. Double 19, 38 he needs. He went for it all right, no problem. And that's more like it for Scott Waits. 4-3 he leads now. Decent standard since the break, John.
They've picked up the pace slightly too, and they're getting into it. I think as you know, they're warming into the match. They realize it's a long match, and you sort of forget about a lot of your early thoughts you bring into the game with you that you don't want. They fall off, and you get to play pure darts. Your mind clears a bit. As long as you're in the match. I mean, if you're down 4-1 or 5-1 or something, well, they just multiply the demons in your head.
Standard just slipped slightly at the start of this leg. Webster with a decent record against Waits as
99.
Waits switches down the board.
Yeah, he's found a way to win matches
96.
against Waits, and that's always reassuring during a match you're currently playing. just have the feeling that somehow you're going to come out on top.
Oh, sensational Scott Waits, 5 180s. If he keeps doing that, surely he will grind down Mark Webster eventually, if he keeps doing it. But Webster's playing with confidence.
Yeah. So down for 32 left. A fantastic shot. Huge pressure now on Mark to hold his throw. Needs treble 20. No chance. Now this is where he needs some consistency in the finishing. First start last time. He needs to get this effectively done again. Establish his control. Double 16, double 8. Scrambling, double 4.
28.
Not far away, but still the double trouble continues.
See, now a little bit of that confidence he would have in this match with his record comes in. There's the treble 20, now the double 18, and he's just thinking, I'm going to find a way to win. It's just what happens when I play Scott Waits.
Game on.
3 shots for the leg. This man could have so easily have been 5-3 up, and probably should have been.
41.
Well, there's no such thing as should have been. I learned that a long time ago. Because everyone's opinion of should have been is different too, and that's the
60.
biggest problem with should have been.
Now, can he hit the big number here as he switches down the board? 89.3 Mark Webster, 91 Scott Waits now, but that 19%
60.
at the finish is proving costly. Level, 4 legs apiece, first to 10. Could it go the distance?
100.
Decent ton.
You know, just kind of lurching on that last start, just tightening up a little bit. You sense Scott is, you know, he really can't afford to let his troubles on doubles affect his scoring, because his 180s and big scoring, that's what's giving him the edge. He needs to stay loose. Those are expensive loose starts there.
121.
I would imagine Scott's just going to be a little bit annoyed with the way that he's let winning situation slip. Don't forget you can contact us on Twitter as Webster looks to fill it up. At Sky Sports Darts. Send us your thoughts on the tournament, your predictions, your experiences of the Grand Slam. If you've been here throughout the course of the week, or whether you're coming down later in the week, send us a tweet and follow us at Sky Sports
85.
Darts.
Mark will require 141.
A chance here for Mark. Needs 2 trebles, yes. So treble 19 for double 12. Yes, double 12 for a 141.
129.
It's certainly applying massive amounts of pressure on the Scott Waits.
95.
Looking at 95. Kind of a tricky 2-dart finish. Well, he's gone with the 3-dart route. 20 for bull again. He's got a covered bull. He's got to find the way past. He can. He can't.
46. Mark will require 12.
Double 6 for Webster to break back. Take the lead at 5-4. Oh, nice, tidy finishing from Mark Webster in a game where Scott Waits has hit 5 180s but has missed 18 shots at the double. Mark Webster, 42% checkout rate, and that is serving him quite beautifully.
Well, you know, that 95 out there for Scott, you know, the second dart, he really should have tried harder for the treble 20, because he should have realized he was going to be not able to see the bull the third dart. Now, I don't want to sound too critical. Maybe the dart just got loose, but it looked like he was throwing a fat dart, that second dart, to me. And I think that cost him.
Oh, his scoring's looking good now as well. Holds his throw here. A 2-leg cushion. First to 10 in the first of the last 16 matches here.
100.
91.5 average. Webster over 92 now. 6 140s. 42% at the finish. Mark Webster, but disappointing with that one. Should have left the finish by now.
Yeah, but you know, it needs a big shot here. There it is. Needs a shot. So, penalizing or pressurizing, however you want to look at it. Mark has to get it out in 6.
84.
A fantastic third dart there, because that's an easy 2-dart finish. But you got to know Scott Waits is focused on this. Now, again, it gets away from him on those 20s, so maybe it's just an issue of slipping high a little.
89. Mark you require 100.
Bit of pressure on Webster. Hit one, another one of those for 6-4.
80.
Chance for Waits to break
Scott
back.
requires 72.
Yeah, I'd be very disappointed if he doesn't take this one. And, you know, he's furious inside, I'm sure, at this point anyway. Double 18, 2 darts, 4. 1 for double 9 then. Not at all a comfortable situation, but a perfect dart. A perfect dart. And no more early Christmas gifts. We're level here in Wolverhampton. After 10 legs, the score 5-5. Scott Waits hanging in ahead of Mark Webster.
And the story of this first match is Scott Waits hitting 5 180s, but 21% at the double. Mark Webster, 5 out of 13 when it comes to finishing. A much better finisher. But which way will it go from here? It's a tough one to call, John Parr.
It certainly is. The only thing I can call so far myself is to continue the trend, and that trend will take us to a deciding leg. Mark's playing well enough to take advantage of misses by Waits, and that's the best summary I think I can come up with.
How much will it be playing on Scott Waits' mind then during that interval, that short break there? The finishing, will it be playing on his mind, John?
Well, with the 180s like that, and then to give away, when you hit so many 180s, and then give away the legs on the doubles, yes, it does play on your mind, but he knows he can hit every double. He's a great finisher, Scott Waits. It's something to do with his track record with playing against Mark Webster, and he's given away a game in the past or two. Like I said, I'm not sure how all those games went, but he has lost the last 4 games he played against Mark Webster. So that is in his head, I believe, and that's causing some missed doubles.
Is he going to fill it up again? Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant from Mark Webster. 2 180s on the spin.
Yeah, Scott needed a big finish there, not happening. Not really getting it too low either. Still behind.
Mark you require 83.
Treble 17. Wow, he's disappointed in that dart, visibly. Treble 19 to save it for double 12.
71.
That would have hurt.
Scott you require 84.
And that annoys Mark Webster. A golden opportunity. Couldn't take it. Waits now. Double 12 to hold his throw for 6-5. With Webster waiting to pounce. Waits finished it off and retakes the lead.
Game on.
Well, yeah, Mark visibly upset there because he, like everyone else here, realizes he's in the match because he's punished Scott on those opportunities. Failing to do so there is costing him his chances in the match.
Place in the quarter-final on the line here at Wolverhampton Civic Hall. From the same venue ever since this competition started back in 2007. The man alongside me has appeared on this stage many times. Won the group last year,
100.
including Gary Anderson and Adrian Lewis, we recall. Can Waits break the throw? Not with a second dart like that, but one break of throw could, at this stage, prove vital. And the later we go in this match, the more we head towards the 10th leg, one slip can cost you the match.
Well, yeah, and I'd have to agree. Vital for Webster to hold. I think if Waits can get that break and move up 2 legs, he will run away with the match, probably not losing another leg. But if Mark can keep within that leg, keep leveling, then the pressure might once again get to Scott. You know, a very good chance of it, actually.
Oh, plenty of room to fill that. Right on cue!
Oh, fantastic darts timing. Just huge. Just huge. I mean, Waits, he can hit a 140 leave tops, but what's that going to do for him? It totally deflated him there.
100.
And he's thinking a lousy ton. What's the difference? Because now to level the match, double top. And I'm really admiring his composure and his poise this week. From seemingly nowhere on the dart scene in the last while, and wow, Webster looks like the champ he was when he won a Lakeside title.
Good to see, absolutely. Premier League player, I wouldn't say destroyed by his Premier League experience, but there were times when he'd leave the stage and spotted him afterwards with his head in his hands, absolutely distraught with some of the results in the Premier League. But to be fair, Mark has come back and playing a good game here against Scott Waits. That was a good recovery with that last dart from the Yorkshireman.
Well, Webster needs more pressure on the leg, because in reality, Webster does need to get a break. No, he can't rely on Waits giving him chances. You know, he's got to make a break happen. He needs a 12 dart leg at some point, which obviously won't be this one.
26.
Oh dear. Is this a blip for Webster?
24.
Treble 20 gets underway superbly. Double 8 for a 1-2-4.
108.
He's still going to be a little bit niggled by the fact that his finishing is a little bit wayward.
Yeah, like about an inch away that last start, and that's not going to help him.
37. Scott, you require 16.
He really wants this the first start. Not that he needs it, just for his confidence he needs it. Getting further away from the target. Visibly upset. Double 4.
12 score.
I mean, anything can happen now. If Webster gets a 140 or thereabouts, he might just be able to take this leg. And he knew it, and he knew it. He just pushed a little too hard there.
Couldn't hit a treble. He's angry. Now, can Waits take this out to hold his throw? Gets there. A huge sigh of relief for Scott Waits. He's now within 3 legs of the quarterfinals. A big leg coming up. Webster under pressure to hold his throw. And he's not in the best of form. He needed that last treble.
No, but Scott Waits, he had to use a lot of emotional energy in the end to win a leg that his opponent didn't even play. So that's not the best of signs. That is, though. We'll take those all night, and he has.
What a time! What a time to hit your 8th 180. This is the stage of the match where Webster will feel the heat. Another decent score for Scott here. He needs a treble. Gets it with the last dart. That's a lovely last dart.
Yeah, puts him into the 6 start range for the 2-2-1, which is not likely to be threatened, and won't be now. 140 won't leave a finish for Webster.
100.
One treble would make him happy. 2, very happy.
100.
Yeah, this is a very interesting leg now. The 3 dart chance going to come up for Waits, but can Webster leave himself better? All Webster's scoring darts have been very tentative the last couple of legs, not following through.
As Mark's scoring deserted him just at the crucial time. Scott waits for Bull now. Oh, how close was that? Will he be back? Will he be back for a shot at 25? This is massive for Mark Webster.
Yeah, hard to hit these sorts of outs when you're not even scoring 100 on a turn. Then you got to get 2 trebles to a double. 96. Not very likely. Put some pressure, though. I mean, anything could happen. This is the pattern of the match. But this is for a break. It's got to be aggressive for the double 8. He is. Pounds it in. Finally breaks. Gets up by 2. Huge moment of the match for Scott Waits, and he knows it.
Holds this now. He'll be 1 away from the win. That is the biggest finish of the match in the context of the game for Scott Waits. 8-6. Holds his throw here.
96.
And Webster will face a mountain to climb.
Well, a very good start for Webster there, considering how the last couple of legs have gone on the scoring.
122.
Oh, he needed a treble there. After his first good visit. It's disappointing for Mark Webster with that second visit that time. Now Scott looking to kick on.
58.
Can't find a treble. It's very, very tense right now. It's a vital passage of play.
Well, he won't be able to leave a finish, so Wade's at 225. You'd have to think I'm going to get this 225 once I get to the Yawkey. In 6 starts, that is.
59.
And no signs of a threat from Webster anymore, and that will put Waits at ease as well.
Oh, what a start.
140.
Nice 1040 for Scott Waits. Mark's body language in that previous visit, you could tell he was an angry man, a frustrated man. It's quite simple. If Scott Waits takes this out, Webster will need to win 4 on the trot to save his tournament.
Scotty require 85.
85. He's got 6 starts at it as well.
And he's treble 15 and must be treble 19, so 16 for Bull if he goes that way. Went for the Bull to leave double 8, but hit 11. So that's 55, 15 or 19 to leave double 18 then. He's the man in control. He decides what he wants to do because no finish here for Webster. And Webster starting to look like a guy that's throwing his cards into the pot.
Scotty require 36.
Double 18 for Scott Waits to go within a leg of the match now. Double 9. Marker. Gets there! And Scott Waits is almost there. A place in the quarterfinals on the line. And Mark Webster now knows he needs to win 4 straight legs to salvage this.
That was a huge third there because 120 left, and Webster, he's been sneaky all through the match at times, and you just know he had a really good chance of hitting that if he was given it. That's why Scott was so relieved when he hit the double 9 third dart.
140.
Have to feel that if Scott's finishing was a little bit better, not a lot, just a little bit, then he may well have exited the stage with a place in the quarterfinal already, because his point scoring has been magnificent.
Well, clearly he needs the practice though, so it's a good thing he's been able to stay up there a while longer.
Fair enough. Good point, well made.
Just kidding a bit. I think he's played a lovely match, and you just get, sometimes you're not good on doubles on a night, and to overcome that, it's very big. He's showing a lot of class.
Good way to start tonight's action, the first of 4 matches here in the last 16 of the Grand Slam of darts here at Wolverhampton. A lovely cover shot.
34.
2 treble 19s. Is Waits going to seal the deal here in this leg? Or will Webster hang on in there?
95.
Yeah, quite an awkward scenario here because Webster will get a chance to keep the match alive, even though Scott did everything he possibly could do in that turn to leave the double. One chance for a treble more, just not finding them. This could be the last dart he throws.
Well, it's been a good tournament for Mark Webster. He has played well and shown again what he's capable of, but it could be Scott Waite's moment. Double 16, and Scotty was too hotty for Mark Webster. It's Scott Waite, the Yorkshireman, who goes through to the quarterfinals of the Grand Slam of darts.